Hello viewers, welcome you all to our channel after a long time. So today we have come up with a hands-on video on AWS. So I just wanted to explain the steps quickly and then let's jump into the hands-on straight away. I was looking for a better text editor to put this content. Later on I felt very much comfortable with the Excel, so I have actually listed the steps in the Excel straight away. So let's look into this. So in today's video I will show you how to create a VM in AWS EC2, then SSH VM using PuTTY, then install Apache and launch a simple web page. Then I will introduce you the Bootstrap scripts, and then we'll launch the web page, and then we'll be introducing the AMI part, and then I will explain how AMI benefits you on day-to-day activities, and then finally we'll launch a new VM using AMI and then finish it off with a cleanup step. Alright, so in today's video I'm going to show you everything step by step so that you can follow me and you can repeat the same things in your machine as well. So let's go to the AWS console. And so before we start, I must thank my cloud gurus for this hands-on. Without them this would not have been possible. So actually I learned all this cloud stuff from multiple gurus like Ryan, Stephen, Neil Davis, John Bond. So multiple people, actually they are some of the top tutors. So I would like to thank them and then start this video. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's go to the EC2 dashboard. Alright, so here I have, okay, it says I have one running instance. Okay, that seems to be wrong. I don't have any running instance actually. Okay, so there is no running instance. Okay, and dashboard seems to be wrong. Fine, so let's go ahead and launch the new instance. So here I'm going to launch the new instance with Amazon Linux. So because that's actually free tier eligible, others must be costing me some money. So and I'm not going for the Red Hat as well. I'm just going for straight away. I'm going for the Amazon Linux to AMI. So this comes in Amazon Market Store. So let me select this, and then I go for the type T2 micro, and this type actually comes up with one virtual CPU that has 1 gig memory. So this is actually used for load to performance, network performance. This is enough for this tutorial, but maybe in case if you would like to explore something on a large scale, then you may need to look for different type. Let me configure the instance. So for now let's go ahead with completely default settings. Let's not modify anything. I'm not going to modify anything now. It comes up with the root volume already. So in case if people would like to know what a root volume is, assume it's like C drive in a Windows machine. By default every operating system has a default folder in which it contains all its content. So in this case actually they are going to use a SSD hard disk, and then this is going to be the so that's the root device, and then this is the device structure. Okay, dev xvda. Now let's add, okay, I'm not going to add tags I'm not going to add anything right now. Okay, meanwhile let me, okay, so finally configure security group. So let me create a new security group. Okay, so even let's not have this, let's just have TCP rule alone for now. I will show you how things fail, and then I will also show you how to fix them. Okay, because even you might also be repeating the same mistakes when you try this out. So let me go take the negative part, and then I will show you the positive part as well. So let me review and launch this machine. Okay, so that doesn't allow me to choose. Let me try this. Okay, so fine, all right. And so choose an existing pad. Let me choose a new keypad. Let me name this as EC2 demo key. All right, so let me download the keypad. So now they issue me the public key, and then they will be having the private key. Let me launch the instance. So your instances are now launching. Let me go to instance. So I already have too many terminated instances. Let me filter this out. Instance state running. Okay, currently we don't have anything, so soon my instance will be coming to the running state. Okay, let's add so you must be able to see this instance. So currently it's cooking my instance. Meanwhile, it's instance running as well. Okay, so now this instance has actually came to the running state. Let me name this base instance. So I have given a name to this instance. Now if you look into this, now I'm going to SSH this machine. So now let's go back to our status tracker. So we have created a VM. Well, right, so we have done a good job. Let's mark this completed. So now we have managed to create a AMI. Now I'm going to SSH this machine, and then I'm going to install the Apache web server. So let's go towards that. Alright, so now you need to remember something, some key things here. Actually we have downloaded the keypad. Let me move this keypad to some other location. Let me create a new folder. EC2 key. Right, so if you look into the key extension, currently the key extension is PEM. This PEM can't be opened straight away into the putty. So in order to open this, now we are going to do additional step here. Type putty. You will be able to see application putty gen. This is for the key generator. Go here and then load this particular key. Go to documents, EC2 key, change this to all files. Now, so you have successfully imported the foreign key. Now I'm going to generate the private key for this particular key. So I think let's keep the same name, EC2 demo key. It's not PEM. Alright, so now it has saved the key here. So you must be able to see two keys. So one is of the PEM format and other one is of the PPK format. That's putty private key. And this now we are going to use this PPK key to connect to the instance. So I will also explain you what it means actually. Now if you come back to the instance management console, here you must be able to see two IP addresses. One is IP public IP and another one is private IP. We are not going to use the private IP, but we are going to use public IP. The reason is private IP can be accessed only if we reside within the Amazon's network, I mean within the same VPC. But now I'm going to connect this machine over the internet. In order to connect it over the internet, I should go for the public IP address. So I have copied the public IP address. Now let me go to PuTTY, EC2 user at, just paste this public IP and then go to authentication and then just grab this key. Alright, so now we got this session ready. Now let us get into this. Alright, so now we have successfully done SSH for this machine. So what does that mean? Which means that actually this AMI resides somewhere in the Singapore. Sorry, not AMI. This virtual machine resides somewhere in the Singapore, and right from Chennai, I have managed to connect to this machine at the Singapore over a remote connection. And the reason I have chosen SSH is this is a Linux machine. This is not Windows machine. So Linux machines can be connected over the remote only using SSH connectivity. Okay, secure shell. That's abbreviated to SSH. Now we are into the terminal. So through this terminal, I am going to pass commands. I am going to install softwares. I am going to do more stuff on the machine that's allocated to me at the Singapore. Now let's get into the action. Now first let me take the root. So I have taken the root access for now. So earlier it was not into the root access. It's like taking the master access. Now let's go ahead and update the AMI. This is to install if there are any other patches to be updated. So it has actually loaded some plugin. Now let me install install httpd -y. This command is to install Apache into this machine. Alright, so it is installing Apache. Right, now let us get to this folder. So you can actually autofill by pressing tab button. HTML. Now I am into this folder. Let me clear the screen. Okay, I am into this folder. Now I am going to create a simple HTML file. Echo h1. I am from $ host name. So I am going to take the host name of this machine. $host name. Alright, I think this should be sufficient. Now let me close the HTML tag, and I'm going to write this inside a HTML file, index.html file. So my Apache web server will be referring this HTML file straight away. Alright, so it's done. Let me check if the file is created. Yes, the file is created, and let me okay, good. So actually it has automatically replace the host name with actual host name. Now let me come out of this file. Now so we are done with initial setup. Now we have a challenge in front of us. So let us look into the security group. Actually I have my security group. Okay, so first of all let's try this. So I will not be able to actually. So if you look into this, connection okay, it has refused to connect. The reason is my security group doesn't contain any rules to allow the inbound HTTP traffic. Okay, so I think I have created this recently. Yes, so this is something I have created recently. So if you look into this, it allows all the TCP traffic, but there is no policy to allow the HTTP traffic. So let's go ahead and edit the inbound rules. Add rule. Let me add both HTTP so I will cover this CIDR block in some other session, but just follow me in this hands-on. Alright, so now it is saved. So I have given instruction to my security group. So this security group actually acts like a firewall. So let me rename this, maybe for the easier reference. Let me rename this security group if possible. Okay, I think I need to search the name. Okay, so let me rename this security group my demo group. Alright, so that gives a better view. Now so now we have modified the inbound rules, and it must be able to allow the HTTP traffic. Right, so let me go ahead and relaunch this. Okay, it's still not working. Okay, I forgot to start the server. So we have actually we have installed the server, but we have not started the server. Let's verify that as well. Type this command: service httpd status. It says yes, the server is inactive. Now let us go ahead and start the server. Right, it is ready now. Let us okay, so it has automatically loaded. Once I have started the server, it has automatically loaded this web page. So now actually my I have connected to this web page. So it's more like I have created a mini website, and I have accessed the website through my browser. So this browser actually connects to this IP address that's running in Singapore. Okay, so I think okay, I just forgot to mark the status. So we have done with the SSH, and we have installed Apache, and we have launched a simple web page. Really good. So we are doing good. Now let's get into the next section. Alright, so we are already done with the first step. So okay, so let me mark them not completed. So now we are going to see how to use the Bootstrap scripts or the bash scripts and then launch a web page straight away. So what we did in our previous tutorial was, we have created the VM, we have installed the Apache, and then we have started the Apache, and then we have even added a file to the index.html, and we have launched the web page. We have accessed the web page using the public IP of that particular VM. Right, now we are going to partially automate this project. I mean automate the steps. So I'll show you how to do that. So that's where we are going to use the bash scripts. So bash scripts comes into picture when we create the AMIs. So again I'm going to select, so let me create a new AMI here. Again I'm going to select Amazon Linux to AMI, select, and then let me select T2 micro, that comes in the free tier. Then if you scroll down to this page, here you must be able to see a text box. So I'm going to type something in this text box, and I'm going to use that completely. So all the steps that I have already whatever steps that I have already done using the terminal, I am going to type most of them into this text box. So what this says, actually every time a bash script should be starting with this particular line, bin bash, and after that, so I have taken the super user access, that's the root access, then update all patches for the VM, and then go update the Apache web server, and then start the Apache web server. Alright, so let me move ahead. I'm going to use the existing security group. I'm going to use my security group 2. Alright, so done. Let me use the same key pair. Now I will show you what happens. So it's spinning a VM now for me. So I got the IP address, but I may not be able to connect right now because it is still under pending state. Let's wait for a while to get it. Okay, so now it's back to running state, but still the status checks are yet to be done. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and launch the putty. I have already copied the public IP of this VM. EC2 user at the public IP address 54.169.244.186, and then go to the SSH option, go to auth, and then select the key, EC2 demo key.ppk. Alright, so done. Now let us get into this. Okay, so now since we have mentioned all the installation steps already in the bash script, we should be having the Apache web server up and running, so let's look into that. Service httpd status. Okay, so it's active and running, so that's a good news. Now let us go ahead and add. We can even add this step as well straight away into our bash script. There is a reason why I have not added that. I will show that in next section. H1 I'm from H1. So let me close this, and I'm going to save this in under index.html. Oh, okay, I think I am still not under sudo. Okay, so let me copy this. Okay, so now it is ready. So let's close this file and let us copy this. Wow, so now we got our new web page. So let's cross verify if this is correct. 160, yeah, that's the IP address of private IP. So that's actually correct. So what we have automated is we have automated the entire process of software installations. Now so now we are comfortable with the bash scripts. Now let's go ahead and learn about AMIs. So let me mark this completed. mark this completed. Now let's go ahead and create the AMIs. So what's a AMI? First of all, Amazon Machine Image. So assume you have any OS, be it Windows or Linux. You always install the OS through the image. You have something called the boot copy, initial copy. So using that, you transfer the image from one device to other device, maybe from a pen drive to a system or something. So actually a device is nothing, an image is nothing but a photocopy of the entire system software programs associated with all the peripheral softwares. For example, assume I have my Windows machine already installed with Microsoft Office and Photoshop. So if I want to take an image of that, I can actually take an image of that, and then if I apply it in a different machine, I will be getting these softwares installed in the other machines as well, Microsoft Office and Photoshop. So here I'm taking a copy of this and then applying it somewhere else. Right now, okay, so now let's go back to this instance. We know that this instance has a user data which is capable of installing all the necessary softwares automatically. Now I'm going to take a copy of this, create image, my demo image, right. So I'm going to take a copy of my EC2 instance. So I'm going to just take a photocopy of my EC2 instance, so that I will be getting this Apache software installed every time I launch a new instance from this. Create image. Okay, so let me go to AMI page. So here it is actually creating the image. Now this takes a while. Meanwhile, let me take a short break, and then I'll be connecting you back once this is available. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, so here my AMI is ready and it's available. Now I'm going to launch new VMs out of this AMI. So this is a customized AMI on top of Amazon Linux 2. It contains Amazon Linux 2 OS along with Apache web server installed. Okay, so let me launch this. So here I'm going to make few modifications to the user data this time. I'm not going to install anything. So first line is going to be the same, bin bash. Then after that, since this is just since we are going to create the new VM out of the existing AMI image, so it requires to start the server and then insert the new file. Right, so here let me do some modification. Let me modify the data to I'm from AMI. Okay, so let's go ahead, add tags, security group. I'm going to choose my usual one, Wizard 2. Alright, so let me launch a new VM. Okay, done. So let me go to the instances. Let me filter. Let me filter just the running one and the pending one. Yes, so here we have one running instance. So this new instance is actually it's being cooked for us. I think that will be available in next few seconds. Let's keep refreshing the page. So but point is actually we have completely automated all this installation process through the bash script, and also we have exported our own custom image. So I will tell you some examples where this might come useful. So similar to the snapshot, so wherever you want to install a similar VM with same configurations, then you can obviously go for this customized AMIs. That gives you the freedom to create your own type of AMIs with new custom softwares installed. Okay, so I hope it should be ready within few seconds. Meanwhile, if you would have enjoyed this video, please like the video and subscribe to our channel, because I could see most of my viewers are actually not the subscribers. I'm pretty sure this video will be useful for you, because even though this goes almost for half an hour, it actually covers more topics, right from VM creation to this bootstrap scripts and okay, let's try launching this website. Okay, so that's ready. It says I'm from AMI. Alright, so I hope you would have understood this. Now actually it has created a new VM with Apache everything installed, but this time it has taken the custom message which we have passed in the user data. So that's it on the AMI part. So I think we can go back to our status, and then so we have created the AMI, and then we have launched the new VM using AMI. Now all done. Now coming to the last part, so we are in the cleanup section. So let's clean up the instances straight away. Let me terminate the instances. It's always essential, and whenever you work on free tier, it's always essential to close the VMs which are not in use, right? So same way, go to AMI and delete your AMI as well. So in order to delete AMI, you have to deregister the AMI. So once you deregister the AMI, it will automatically go off from your account. So that's the way you have to delete the AMI, because otherwise that will actually create some cost. Let's also check if the snapshots are all deleted. Ooh, okay, so snapshots are there. Actually I have created this many AMIs today. So actually snapshots are nothing but the image of the boot disk, that root volume. So the instance AMI, so the image is actually wiped off, but it's more like holding the hard disk data. So let's remove this as well. Alright, so I hope it should be good now. Yes, we don't have any running instances. Alright, then let's also go to the security. And even though the security groups are they don't cost you anything, but it's better to get them also deleted. Delete security group, one instance associated. Okay, I think it's still in the process of deleting the instance. So once that is done, I think I can go ahead and I can delete the security group as well. So that's it for the day, guys. I hope you would have definitely enjoyed this video. If you find it useful, please don't hesitate to like the video and share a word with your friends as well, and subscribe to our channel. So thank you so much. Meet you all in the next video.